Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation for when you don't. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you, and hope you're having a wonderful day. We are around here a little bit, right? It's all relative. How you doing? All things considered is the proper. Fine. All things considered is the proper response. And so here we are, and there you are, and a lot to do today. Dr. Michael Murray will be along, right?
Yes.
He'll be along, and we'll talk with Dr. Murray. He's always got something on his mind, that's for sure. And yeah, let's see here. We have a couple of new stations that have been added to the Let's Talk Nutrition affiliates, network of affiliates, WJTK 96.5 FM in Lake City, Florida, WJZS 106.1 FM Live Oak, Florida. That's pretty cool. So we keep building the network, if you will. So welcome to all of you in Lake City and Live Oak, Florida. We're delighted to have you part of the network affiliates for Let's Talk Nutrition. And we will keep adding to the list, and as we do, I will keep you apprised. And for those folks in Lake City and Live Oak, what you'll learn about this show is that it's a mighty attempt, if you will, to help people take charge of their health, in a word, and to focus on things on the show that about which people can do. And then sometimes we'll talk about health-related matters that don't necessarily deal with your everyday, what you can do every day, but we'll talk about the status of the environment, the status of the planet, and those kinds of things, and therapies that are a little unusual, but seem to have some science to support them. Anything that, oftentimes we talk about things just plain interesting and contribute to our knowledge and understanding generally, but more specifically regarding health, wellness, and well-being. So we cover the gambit, that's for sure. Nothing is really off limits for the show. We don't talk about religion. We don't talk about politics. I leave that to others in their shows. There's plenty of them, and they fill that gap. So we talk about health, wellness, and well-being generally. We focus on nutrition specifically, but it gets us to many different arenas. And we talk about traditional medicine, alternative, complementary, and integrative medicine, dietary supplementation, and all matters related. And this is an evidence-based show, as you will come to learn. It's nice to have opinions, but are those opinions informed? And are they rational? Moreover. we try to keep it relatively sane. You know what I'm saying? And for those people in Live Oak and Lake City, Florida, this show's been on the air for 10 years, and it is now syndicated across the U.S., and you're part of that syndication, and we are very grateful that you have decided to include the show in your programming. 877-897-8255 is a toll-free number. You can call that number anytime you want. One of the themes on this show that we address a lot, because many experts consider it to be the premier number one public health concern in our country, and that's the obesity epidemic. Now, when you start talking about the obesity epidemic, that gets you to all kinds of different lines of research and different health themes. And they've been trying to figure out exactly what is the cause or what are the causes for this epidemic. That's a good question, and it's not just one thing, as we come to learn. It's not just one thing. It's a number of different factors, and one of the areas, nutritionally speaking, that has received a lot of attention is the consumption, is the manufacture, the distribution, and then the consumption of sugary drinks, soft drinks. They may be soft in one way, but they're not so soft in their impact on health, wellness, and well-being. And there's always something trending in the news about these soft drinks. What's interesting about soft drinks, these sugary drinks, is that the companies that make them vehemently deny that soft drinks are contributing to the obesity epidemic or to the ill health of people generally. They vehemently protest and are constantly arguing that it's just not true, and then they try to provide some sort of evidence that would support their position. The problem with their argument or arguments, they take on different forms, is that there's a pile of evidence to suggest that these sugary drinks are bad news. And it's hard to ignore that evidence. When I tell you it's not only a mountain, it's a mountain range of evidence. And there was a study this morning that was trending dealing with carbonated beverages. Now, these carbonated beverages usually involve sugar and are part of that. There are special species of the sugary drinks. Most of these drinks are pretty carbonated, right? I mean, they don't serve them flat, do they, Josh? These sugary drinks. Sometimes fruit juice is served. That's a sugary drink. It's served flat. I mean, no gas, right? No carbonation. Right. But
most of the ones I've ever seen have been carbonated.
Carbonated, sure.
Yeah, they even have carbonated water.
Yeah. So these sugary drinks are carbonated, non-carbonated, but this study dealt with carbonated beverages. And what I'm going to do today, before Dr. Murray comes on, I'll report on this study out of the European Society of Cardiology, and I'll tell you about it. And one of the health consequences associated with these carbonated beverages. And then I'm going to talk a little bit with you, have a conversation about sugary drinks, and just to give you a sense of the health impact of this one particular category of nutrition or a diet. And keep in mind, whether it's Coca-Cola, diet, or Pepsi, Cola, or any of these beverage companies, what their position is, that you can't blame it on them. that it's not their fault. Well, I've never said that. You can't say that sugary drinks are the sole and primary and reason that the obesity epidemic has been, in fact, become, for many, the number one public health concern for this country in the 21st century. I have never said that because I know better. It's more than one thing. But that being said, you can't do a Pontius Pilate, wash your hands and walk away and say, I don't have anything to do with this. I don't want to know anything. It's not us. Just pay attention to what I report on today. It's pretty shocking. I'm talking about disease, and I'm also talking about death associated with these beverages.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes. Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Hi, I'm Jordan Rubin, founder and CEO of Garden of Life. Oceans 3 was created with a simple premise in mind: develop a line of premium omega-3 fish oil formulations that met or exceeded the market leader in quality, and then go beyond omega-3 by providing amplified benefits and value to the consumer. Oceans 3 contains ultra-pure, high-potency fish oil, along with astaxanthin and fucoxanthin. Each of these ingredients, when taken individually, have superb benefits. When they are combined into the exciting compound omegaxanthin, they work synergistically to amplify their already amazing benefits. In addition to the synergy of omegaxanthin, Oceans 3 offers unrivaled purity and greater value than the leading omega-3 fish oils available today, making the Oceans 3 family of products the best choice for anyone looking to add a healthy dose of omega-3 fats and a giant dose of extraordinary health to their lives.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Before the 1950s, standard soft drink bottles, the size, they were about 6.5 ounces. You weren't born then, right, Stephen?
When was that?
Before the 1950s.
Oh, no.
Your parents were, but you weren't.
No, not me.
Not you. The bottle size was six. You happen to have a soft drink back there?
Of course not. No, I don't.
If I would have asked you that 10 years ago, you would have held up one of those things that look like a paint bucket.
No, I really never am a soft drink guy. The only time I told you before, the only time I really have a soft drink is when I have a mixed drink, like an alcoholic beverage.
Oh, that's right.
Otherwise, I don't go around drinking soda or anything like that. No,
yeah,
it's just
true.
water.
I know. You're pretty good with that one. So they were about 6.5 ounces.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's all. Then in the 1950s, the soft drink manufacturers introduced these bigger sizes, including the 12-ounce can. So can you imagine 6.5 ounces? Then we went to a 12-ounce can, which became widely purchased and consumed in the 1960s. By the early 1990s, so you went through the 60s, 70s, and 80s, by the early 1990s, 20-ounce plastic bottles was the norm. Now you have these contour-shaped plastic bottles, and the size is even larger, like 1.25 liters. If you want to know what that translates, moving from a metric, 1.25 liter, that's 42 ounces. That was introduced in 2011. I've often joked, well, I've been driving along and I see people stepping out of these convenience stores and they're drinking something that's as big as a paint bucket. 1.25 liters. That's 42 ounces when you translate it from metric to non-metric. That's a lot of soda, buddy. And if that's jacked with sugar, you won't beat the space shuttle into space. You will be ahead of it. So this study this morning that's trending out of the European Society of Cardiology, talking about carbonated beverages, they fall into the category of soft drinks and sugary drinks. Pardon me. And these carbonated beverages, in this study came out of Japan, or at least one of the researchers did anyway, a Dr. Saku. He said, some epidemiologic studies have shown a positive correlation between the consumption of soft drinks and the incidence of cardiovascular disease and stroke. He's right about that. While other reports have demonstrated that the intake of green tea and coffee reduced the risk of mortality of cardiovascular disease, close quote. In this study, carbonated beverages turned out to be correlated with what they call out-of-hospital, notice, out-of-hospital cardiac arrests and of cardiac origin, according to the results of the study. The study involved 800,000 patients. Dr. Saku commented that carbonated beverages or soda have frequently been demonstrated to increase the risk of metabolic syndrome and cardiovascular disease as a subclinical cardiac remodeling and stroke. He continued, however, until now, the association between drinking large amounts of carbonated beverages and fatal cardiovascular disease or what they call out-of-hospital cardiac arrests, OHCAs, of cardiac origin was unclear, close quote. So what they found was, and the correlation was a Pearson correlation coefficient. It's reported as 0.30. That's not a powerful correlation, but it's not a weak one, relatively weak either. And here's what he said, Dr. Saku. Carbonated beverage consumption was significantly and positively associated with out-of-hospital cardiac arrests of cardiac origin in Japan, indicating that beverage habits may have an impact on fatal cardiovascular disease, close quote. Now, what's interesting about carbonated beverages, I know people that are, in air quotes, healthy people and who would consider themselves to be, devotees of the natural approach to health. But they'll drink carbonated beverages. It seems to be one of those dietary nutritional sins that that people across the board seem to commit, whether they're eating healthy, living healthy, or not. It's one of those indulgences that people engage in frequently. And I'll give you some insight into how much of these sugary drinks we're consuming as a nation. It's pretty startling. In the 1970s, sugary drinks constituted about 4% of U.S. daily calorie intake. By 1971, that rose to 9%. Children and adolescents, youth in the United States averaged 224 calories per day from sugary beverages in 1944, from 1944 to 2004. That was nearly 11% of their daily calorie intake. From 98 to 2008, it increased by 60% in children ages 6 to 11, from 130 to 209 calories per day. And the percentage of children consuming them rose to 79%, from 79% to 91%. These beverages are intertwined in our dietary culture.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Now Foods, our products work. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. And been reporting on a study was trending this morning talking about a correlation. They found a correlation between the consumption of carbonated beverages and out-of-hospital cardiac arrest of cardiac origin, and then just sugary drinks. Just one point here or two before Dr. Murray comes on. There have been several reports, more than a few reports and studies that within the United States and in Europe that show that the increased consumption of soft drinks among adolescents and children, adolescents, and adults over the past 3 decades, that has increased. And there have been clinical studies that link this rising consumption of soft drinks to the present, as I mentioned earlier, epidemic of obesity and diabetes among children and adolescents, and to the development of hypertension in adults. Now, I pointed out that I don't believe that the obesity epidemic is caused by one thing. It's not just soft drinks in whatever form. But it is also noted in many studies that added sweeteners in soft drinks have contributed to an increase in serum triglycerides in people. There's no mistake about that. But there's also studies that are a little conflicting and don't show that correlation. But I think generally there's that would be the tendency to increase your triglyceride levels, which is not a good thing. So this association of soft drink consumption with obesity and higher insulin resistance has been attributed to a number of factors, including greater calorie intake, the high fructose corn syrup contained in these beverages, and less sense of satiety from these drinks, and a general effect of consuming refined carbohydrates. So those are the factors that seem to that have been attributed to the association of soft drink consumption with obesity. What I find interesting is that almost to a manufacturer, they do Pontius Pilate and say, wait a minute, and they're standing there, they wash their hands off and say, it's not us. There's nothing wrong with these beverages, and we're not contributing to the obesity epidemic. Well, while it may be true that it's more than one thing that's causing the epidemic, I don't know how they can ignore the overwhelming evidence showing correlations between soft drink consumption and just disease and death. I didn't have a chance to report on the one study linking sugary drinks to high death tolls worldwide. Maybe I'll get an opportunity to do that. But this is not science fiction. So, as I said, too, many people that I know that consider themselves healthy and practice good health habits and would consider themselves, taking a natural approach to health and all this and that, still commit that nutritional sin of drinking sugary drinks. That seems to make its way into their dietary regimen. Dr. Michael Murray is my guest. Dr. Murray is a regular and featured guest on Let's Talk Nutrition. We always like having him on the show. And I know you're not sitting there with a sugary drink in your hand, Dr. Murray.
Michael, earlier this year I was in Mexico. Mexico has the largest problem with obesity in the world. Mm-hmm. It's crippling that country, especially in children. They by far have the highest obesity rate in children in the world, even far exceeding what we have here in the United States. What country in the world per capita consumes the most sugary drinks?
You know, it's funny you asked that question because, and I'm trying to put my mitts on it. I have the study right in front of me, and I can't get my hands on it because I got so many articles in front of me. But the one,
I'm just giving you the big hint.
Well, it's Mexico. That happened last year. They surpassed us. Mexico moved in. We were number one, and then they surpassed us.
Yep.
And I'm told, and I haven't been to Mexico in a while, but in South America, and Mexico, these sugary drinks are referred to as frescas. I don't know if you know that or not, but that's what they generally call them, frescas. And they're loaded with sugar. And they consume it like nobody's business, as you point out. So you witnessed it yourself. You saw it there.
Yeah, it's a big problem, and the Mexican government has a very aggressive strategy to try and curb it.
And
I wish them luck. And we need to get our government involved. You know, what you were describing in terms of the response from the soft drink cartel is not so different from the response from the cigarette manufacturers with lung cancer. I mean, for years they said, "Oh, it's not the cigarettes," and it's not just lung cancer. We find out it's, for many years, cigarette smoking was the leading cause of premature death in the United States. Now that's been surpassed. What's it been surpassed by? Obesity-related diseases. Obesity now kills more people than cigarettes. So we have to make junk food the new cigarette. We just got to be aggressive and really, whether it takes warnings, taxes, or just good education, we got to get people to stay away from junk food, just like we've gotten a lot of people off cigarettes.
Do you remember that Senate hearing and the long table, and they had every CEO of every major cigarette manufacturer sitting at the table? And the one, I forget who the senator was, asked the question, and he wanted a yes or no answer. And the question was, and I'm paraphrasing the question, does cigarette smoking cause cancer, lung cancer? And each one of them said no. They went down, and I remember that so vividly. It was a startling moment. Yep. Every single one of them denied it, and turned out that wasn't true.
You know what's really interesting, Michael? I've met some of the CEOs and executives of the largest fast food chains, soft drink manufacturers, food manufacturers in the world. I've met these guys. And I will tell you that the overwhelming majority of them are very health conscious. It's an odd dichotomy. You have these companies peddling these foods that are contributing to poor health, and yet their executives are intelligent, enlightened folks that are health conscious. So I
remember the movie Scarface when Al Pacino, that famous line, "Don't get high on your own supply." In other words, they're not consuming what they're selling. Yeah, figure that one out. Be right back.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, I'm Kate. I try to eat a healthy diet, but the irony of eating healthy foods, like broccoli or beans, is that even though they're healthy for us, they can still cause occasional digestive upsets. That's why I take a Digest Smart high-potency enzyme with every meal. Digest Smart is from Renew Life, the digestive care experts. It's the first digestive enzyme certified by Izyme, the International Enzyme Testing Program. Each capsule provides a full spectrum of 25 powerful plant-based raw enzymes to break down each major food group, including carbs, fats, proteins, and fiber. Digest Smart enzymes also feature targeted delivery capsules to reach your intestines, where 90% of digestion occurs. Digest Smart promotes more complete breakdown of the foods you eat and optimizes nutrient availability. Plus, it helps ease digestive upsets and supports your overall digestive health. Now that's really smart. Digest Smart is from the makers of Ultimate Flora Probiotics, and both are available in health food stores everywhere.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Jarro Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Dr. Michael Murray is my guest today. I just want to make one more major point about these sugary drinks, and I'll get off of it. That the research is pretty clear that there is a direct correlation between their consumption and the increase for risk of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and gout, among other ailments. And there are several longitudinal studies. One, it was a 20-year study of 120,000 men and women, and found that people who increased their sugary drink consumption by only one 12-ounce serving per day gained more weight over time on average, which was an extra pound every 4 years, than people who did not change their intake. Another study showed that people who consume sugary drinks regularly, it's 1 or 2 cans a day, those people have a 26% greater risk of developing type 2 diabetes than people who rarely have such drinks. And then finally, a study followed 40,000 men for 2 decades and found that those who averaged just one can of a sugary beverage per day, had a 20% higher risk of having a heart attack or dying from a heart attack than men who rarely consumed these kinds of drinks. And there was a study involving 80,000 women, showed that 1 can of sugary drink a day those women had a 75% higher risk of gout than women who rarely had such drinks. So make no mistake about it. They may taste good, but they're no damn good. My guest is Dr. Michael Murray. Dr. Murray, welcome back.
Michael, let me make one quick comment.
Sure, please.
People may hear those statistics and think, I'll just drink diet drinks. Well,
good point.
The research doesn't bear that out either, especially with some of the older sweeteners. But what we know is that the aspartame especially disrupted appetite control centers. So when they looked at people that drank diet drinks, they even gained more weight than people that were drinking regular soft drinks. So the answer isn't to switch to diet. The answer is to drink more water and more natural liquids. So teas are great, unsweetened teas or sweetened with stevia. We got lots of great natural low-calorie or zero-calorie sweeteners these days, and people should take advantage of them. Not just stevia, but Lohan Go, all the various polyol, xylitol, erythritol. These are great sweeteners, very health-promoting, and certainly better alternatives than these synthetic versions.
And there have been a number of different hypotheses that have been proposed as to why people who drink soft drinks gain more weight than people who drink the regular sugary drinks. And one hypothesis is that people who drink the soft drinks say, well, I'm doing a good thing here, so I'm not consuming those calories, and they end up consuming the calories from some other food source.
That's one thought, but also these artificial sweeteners, they've been shown to disrupt and confuse our appetite control centers.
Precisely.
And, one of my theories about the obesity epidemic is that we're overfed but undernourished. And inside of our brain, we have these thermostats that signal us to eat when our brain is feeling stress. And it's going to feel stress if we're not giving it the right type of nutrition. They did an interesting study just a couple of months ago. It was published where they utilized spinach extract. And spinach, these green compounds that are in spinach were shown to significantly reduce appetite, and they also led to the release of compounds that improve the action of insulin. So I think that our brains are screaming for these sorts of nutrients, and the wires are getting crossed.
Sure.
And the brain is just hearing, I need to increase calorie content. So we got to eat more richly colored fruits and vegetables,
sure,
especially to get those brain cells working properly.
Yeah, and I reported on that study, and my producer will remember, because I said I have a Popeye study to tell you about today. And he gave me a bicep shot. He remembered. You remember that? Remember that story?
Sure do.
I reported on it. Yes. So we reported on that. We're on it. We got the pulse on it, Dr. Murray.
Oh yeah.
What I sometimes jokingly propose, well, if you're going to serve them soft drinks, serve them a 2.5 half-gram packet of PGX, would you please, and have them consume that first. That
would be very smart. But ideally, we have them just using the PGX and not the sugary drink.
I know. For a long time on Let's Talk Nutrition, we talked about. I've had Dr. Show on, even you yourself come on and talk about women's health, and there was a product now. A long-standing product from Natural Factors called EstroSense. And it was a lot of people believed that it was strictly for women, and then we would work very hard to say, well, no. It's not just for women, it's for men as well. And I would say on the air, and I still do say it, and I take that product. And I remembered I was talking with some folks from Natural Factors. I said, man, I wish you had a male version of that product so that I don't have to work so hard to convince them that EstroSense is a product good for men too. Well, somebody at Natural Factors, I don't know who that one person would be, maybe somebody on my show today, came up with the new formulation, AndroSense. Am I right about that?
Well, listen. I was with you. I don't know why. I don't know why it took 10 years.
I don't either.
The biggest promoter of getting that into a different label was our sales manager in the Florida region, Ed Graham.
I know.
But yeah, it just took a while. The reason why we wanted to have a male version is that the female version, EstroSense, it's in a very feminine bottle, and it's got a woman on the front. It's in pink and purple, and just even the name just doesn't sound very manly. So a lot of men were self-conscious about buying that product, even though it would be really good for them. What this product does for a man that makes it so vital is
Dr. Murray, I don't mean to step on you. We're going to head into some hard message here, some messages. When we come back, we'll tell you about that. Give you an opportunity because we want to talk about this. And by the way, the women listening, you know as well as I do that you're probably making sure your husband or boyfriend or dad or brother or some men in your life is getting to the doctor. Please pay attention to what Dr. Murray says. This is a fabulous product. It would be something that you would want to share with all the different men in your life who are important to you, family members and so on. We'll come back. We're going to talk about AndroSense T-Correct. Be right back.
statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation for when you don't. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Welcome to the show.
What time is it? It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in. It's great to be with you. You are listening to this radio talk show called Let's Talk Nutrition. Glad you could find your way to the show. If you did by design or by accident, if you did by accident, stick around. You may just learn something that could contribute to your health, wellness, and well-being. My guest is Dr. Michael Murray. Dr. Murray is, among many things, an educator for natural factors and formulator, product formulator, teacher, writer, researcher. I can go on and on. Author, many books in his, to his credit, that he's authored and co-authored over the years, maybe 30 or so. And he's a regular and featured guest on Let's Talk Nutrition. He'll be along here in 1 second. If you listened to the show yesterday, I talked about, and we entertained the question, which takes a little bit of, I don't know what to even entertain the question, which was why do we age? Why we age? And that question, as I pointed out yesterday, the answer to that question will depend on who's giving you the answer. If you have a philosopher giving you the answer, or a theologian, or a nutritionist, or an MD, or an ND of, or whomever, you might get a different answer. If you ask a gerontologist, you certainly get a different answer compared perhaps to a philosopher. But the point is, when you ask that question, why do we age, that implicates the notion of theory. Theories answer the question, why? That's all theory does. It's an explanation and answers the question, why does something happen? That's what theories attempt to do. Answer that question, why? And we looked at some prominent theories of aging. There are scores, if not hundreds, of theories of aging. One that I mentioned yesterday was the endocrine theory of aging. And in a word, that theory says that as we age, our hormones change in terms of their relationship to one another, and they decrease, and maybe some increase that you don't want to increase. And it's that aging, the driving factor, the main mechanism of action will be found with hormones and their effect on the cell, then tissues and organs, and then the organism itself. That's one explanation. So make no mistake, there's some merit to that theory, as the other ones that I talked about yesterday as well, and they all seem to make sense in their own right. Hormones certainly are implicated in the aging process, that we know, and we're learning more about that every day. So there is a modern or a contemporary reflection of this whole idea that you'll find in marketing, and it's on TV all the time. And if I see one more commercial with a couple looking at the sunset, sitting in a bathtub looking out, and a commercial for testosterone, I think I'll just scream. Low T. I keep talking about low T. That's fine, well, and good. But what has happened, many men have gone off on their own without going to a doctor, getting a hormone panel done, and start doing things, taking black market drugs to raise testosterone levels and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Not a good idea. But nevertheless, it has made its way into the mass market, and it's become very popular, and there are many good supplements that men can consider to help them with maintaining hormonal balance. And so we're going to focus on that with Dr. Murray today. And I'm glad that he formulated this product for natural factors called AndroSense T Correct. The female analog to that product is EstroSense. And that product's been around for 10 years. And Dr. Murray and I both have talked about to different people at Natural Factors, I wish they would have a male version of that. And finally, it's come about. And so we're going to talk about that product. And if you're a woman listening to this show, please pay close attention. It might be something that you would want to recommend to, the men in your life that are important to you. Dr. Murray, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Well, thank you.
So, AndroSense T Correct. You formulated it, I presume.
It's the same product as AndroSense. So yes, I did formulate same product as EstroSense, which I did formulate. This is just the same product, different label, designed specifically for men. Let's explain what this product is all about.
Sure.
How can it be good for both men and women? Well, it's working on hormonal metabolism. Most men would probably be shocked to know that testosterone is actually a precursor to estrogen, meaning both men and women convert testosterone into estrogen. Men, however, retain most of their testosterone, and only about 10% of it is usually converted to estrogen. In women, it's just the opposite. Most of their testosterone is converted to estrogen. In the men, what controls the conversion of testosterone to estrogen, as well as in women, is an enzyme called aromatase. If this enzyme is too active in men, it will mean lower testosterone levels and higher estrogen levels. What do we see in men with higher estrogen levels? Well, we could see infertility, we could see man boobs, we could have decreased libido, we could have depression, lack of energy, loss of muscle mass. These are all characteristics of too much estrogen, and that's due to this issue of testosterone being converted excessively due to an increased activity of this enzyme aromatase. So there are a number of factors in our diet that can lead to increased aromatase activity. Probably the one most germane to our first discussion this morning is too much refined sugar in the diet. Too much refined sugar in the diet leads to insulin resistance and obesity, and insulin resistance is probably the main reason why so many men in America have low levels of testosterone and high levels of estrogen. So we can help balance that situation by improving the action of insulin. There's also different factors that we can take advantage of, which we utilize in the AndroSense to reduce the aromatase activity. For example, there are compounds in cruciferous or cabbage family vegetables that have been shown to significantly impact that enzyme. That's one of the reasons why eating cabbage family vegetables is associated with a lower risk for certain cancers. It's because of this reduced activity on the aromatase enzyme. So in the AndroSense product, we have indole 3-carbinol, which is one of the chief components of cruciferous family vegetables that produces that effect. So if you look at the amount that we have in there, it'd be like eating a pound of broccoli every day. So it's very concentrated for that active compound.
Sure.
I apologize for my puppy in the background.
No, that's fine. No worries. This is an interesting conversation. You said a lot of things. I took some notes here, and the one thing that if we could, we come back, because I have some very, very smart people out there that listen and watch this show. You made an interesting connection among insulin, testosterone, and estrogen, that insulin, testosterone, estrogen connection. And we come back, I'll ask Dr. Murray if he can break that down a little bit and explain what that connection is. Many people wouldn't have made that connection.
Are you tired of taking vitamin pills or powders? How about gummy vitamins with high fructose, corn syrup, or coloring? Finally, you have a choice with Nature's Dynamic whole food gummy supplements and probiotics made by a dad. Imagine getting benefits of your garden in a delicious gummy supplement. Nature's Dynamics utilizes organic, plant-based vitamin and mineral sources with non-GMO, gluten, soy, and dairy-free ingredients in a delicious gummy for the whole family. Nature's Dynamics has berry garden gummies made by a dad, multivitamin, omega-3 and probiotics for kids, body boost joint relief, whole food bone and calcium gummy, whole food immune and vitamin C gummy, whole food omega-3 gummy, Be Beautiful hair, skin, and nails gummy, prenatal plus gummy, whole food probiotics for digestive support, and body boost energy and wellness multivitamin for him and her in a delicious, easy to digest gummy. To learn more about Nature's Dynamics or to find a retailer near you, visit naturesdynamics.com or madebyadad.com. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by a dad. Battling sinus, bronchial disorders, allergies, and other seasonal irritants can be a constant struggle, making this the season when you need Oreganol P73 the most, nature's most powerful natural remedy. Get the blast of wild nature you need with the only wild Mediterranean oregano extract, Oreganol P73 from North American Herb & Spice. After being tested, both the USDA and the FDA agree Oreganol P73 is powerful. North American Herb & Spice knows it's powerful as well and knows P73 is just what you need. When you take P73, you'll experience its cleansing power. You'll smell the fresh mountain-grown aroma and feel its effectiveness. The Greeks used wild oregano for their health, not just spice, and called it oreganos, the delight of the mountain. Oreganol P73 is 100% wild, hand-picked Mediterranean oregano. Do not accept cheap imitations made from farm-raised or non-oregano species. Use Oreganol P73 and stay healthy all year long. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit Kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing. Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition, 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. Talking with Dr. Murray, generally speaking, about hormones. And hormones play, to say this is an understatement, to say that they play a critical role in our health, wellness, and well-being is, yeah. And these are chemicals, and they carry messages from glands to cells within your tissues or organs in your body, right? And they maintain these chemical levels in your bloodstream, and it helps the body do one of the things it tries to do each and every day, every moment of every day, is maintain balance or homeostasis. Well, as it turns out, as we age, hormones, the level of hormones changes. That's part of the aging process. And that can throw things into a tailspin. Then if you start to add an unhealthy diet along with unhealthy lifestyle, eating the wrong kinds of foods, too much sugar, for example, not exercising enough, lots of stress, not getting enough sleep and rest, this can make matters even worse. And then typically around midlife in men, they start to notice that they're not feeling the same. They don't start to look the same, gaining weight around the middle, feeling a little depressed, maybe not sleeping well. And some maybe men listening say, well, these are the same kinds of symptoms my girlfriend who has told me about related to menopause. Well, that's right. So there's this current, even in the popular world, popular culture, to get men to try and get their hormones back into balance. And you see these commercials on TV for low T and whatnot. So it turns out there's some dietary supplements that can be taken to help with this. And Dr. Murray is talking about Androsense, a product by Natural Factors called Androsense T Correct. And he's explaining what happens to testosterone and estrogen and via these different enzymes. One is aromatase. Another one is 5-alpha reductase that turns testosterone into dehydrotestosterone, DHT, which is responsible for your prostate getting as big as an NBA basketball or your hair falling out. But that's a story for maybe another day. Maybe he'll talk about it. But Dr. Murray, welcome back. You made an interesting connection before you continue. If you could indulge me for a second, because I know the people would ask that question. This interesting connection among insulin, testosterone, and estrogen. In a word, briefly, what is that connection? How does that work out?
Well, when we develop insulin resistance, when insulin doesn't work properly, it creates physiological chaos, and our whole hormonal system is disrupted. And one of the disruptions in men is that there's an increased conversion of testosterone to estrogen. Remember, in the ideal situation, men only convert about 10% of their testosterone into estrogen. But as we age and if we have insulin resistance and if we're eating too much carbohydrates in our diet, that enzyme gets activated, and so we get increased conversion of testosterone to estrogen. And so you listed all the symptoms that may be associated with that increased conversion. It's a near epidemic, and the way in which the medical community is dealing with it is actually throwing more fuel onto the fire. So if the issue is that you're having increased conversion of testosterone into estrogen, and your solution is, hey, I'm going to throw more testosterone into the mix, well, you're going to have
more estrogen.
You're going to have more conversion.
Yeah.
And so what are some of the risks associated with testosterone therapy? Increased cardiovascular disease, increased prostate cancer, and then estrogen excess. Formation of man boobs. No guy wants that. At least no men that I typically run into. There are the Caitlyn Jenners out there that like that, but most men would not want to have man boobs.
Now, I hear you, and this it's interesting. This even endocrinologists even have to struggle and figure it out and know what to do with patients and this and that. This is very difficult. This chemistry, if you will, but nevertheless, we can make some sense of it. Hence that AndroSense, the name of the product. This product, as I look at the ingredients, and it's the same ingredients that you'll find in EstroSense for women, the analog to this product, the female analog to the product, and all these wonderful ingredients. This product, I love this product. I've taken it for years, and I believe has contributed. I'd like to think, and I know it has contributed to my better health as I move through the life cycle.
In great physique, too, Dr. Garko.
Well, thanks a lot.
Your great physique, for sure.
I work at it. We try. This is a wonderful product, and if you're a middle-aged man or even in your 30s, it's a product you want to consider. And Dr. Murray makes a wonderful point. If you suffer from low T, and then you start to take increased testosterone levels, and I've seen this happen. I've talked to men to whom this has happened, where it end up worse off than when they started. The idea and principle seems to make some sense. But if you're not blocking that conversion of the testosterone into estrogen, like Dr. Murray said, all you're going to have is more conversion of testosterone into estrogen. You become estrogenic, and you end up with all of these kinds of symptoms that do not serve you well and undermine your health. We'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine, for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Now Foods, our products work. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
One dietary recommendation for middle-aged men is to eat cruciferous vegetables till they're coming out of your ears. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. I'm not kidding. Cruciferous vegetables, love them. Now, a lot of people, not so much. You couldn't get them to eat cruciferous vegetables at gunpoint. So the question, and they are wonderful. And when you look at the medicinal properties of those the phytonutrients in cruciferous vegetables, they're fabulous. And the cruciferous the root word is crucifix. We showed this one image once before. See if you can find, Josh, the cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and the flower, and you'll see that it's in the shape of a crucifix. It's pretty interesting. So that's where it gets its name. Turns out that in this new product by Natural Factors, Androsense T Correct, they have a saving grace for men who don't like to eat cruciferous vegetables. And Dr. Murray was talking about it. He referred to it. And it's from sulforaphane. That's the chemical that's in there, the phytonutrient found in broccoli sprouts and whatnot. Dr. Murray, welcome back. Do you like to eat cruciferous vegetables?
Yes, I do, and it was really interesting with my kids. Actually, my daughters. I have 2 daughters and 1 son. My daughters loved eating raw broccoli when they
really.
Were kids. It was very interesting because most kids are kind of drawn to really sweet tasting things, and broccoli you'd probably consider bitter, and so they really liked things that were bitter. Very interesting. We're only talking about kind of just 1/3 of the actions of these compounds that are in Androsense. In addition to blocking the conversion of testosterone to estrogen, the compounds also help the body get rid of excess estrogen. And this is important both in men and women. Mm-hmm. So you're blocking the conversion of testosterone to estrogen, and then you're increasing the excretion of excess estrogen. And the last piece is very important. The last piece of action that these compounds in Androsense produce is that they help the body get rid of environmental toxins that exert estrogenic activity. Pesticides, herbicides, compounds in plastics, heavy metals like lead, mercury, cadmium, arsenic, they all exert estrogenic activity. So if you look at the totality of effects that Androsense produces, it's really wondrous in helping the body get rid of excess estrogen. And this is a big problem as men age. And again, throwing more testosterone into the equation is not the answer. The answer is, hey, let's maximize the testosterone that's being produced. Let's preserve it. Let's get rid of the excess estrogen so that we have a high testosterone to estrogen ratio. And if you do that, you're going to feel better, and you're going to have more of those feelings that we associate with being a man.
Mm-hmm. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. Let me take a couple of the ingredients, and then I'll ask you to which category does it belong. Is it blocking the testosterone from getting converted into estrogen? Is it increase the excretion of estrogen, or does it help get rid of the environmental toxins converting testosterone to estrogen? Let's take the one that I was referred to in my coming back from the messages, sulforaphane. What that found in broccoli sprouts. What does sulforaphane do?
Yeah, sulforaphane and other similar compounds, indole 3-carbinol and diindole methane, these are found in cruciferous vegetables, and they do all three. They inhibit the aromatase enzyme, so they block the conversion of testosterone to estrogen. they assist in the elimination of estrogen, and this is really important for both men and women. But in women, the way in which the action exerts itself dramatically reduces the risk of developing breast cancer. In men, that applies to prostate cancer. So very important action of cruciferous vegetables there. And lastly, these compounds, sulforaphane, indole-3 carbinol, diindole-methane, and related compounds in cruciferous vegetables, they help the body get rid of these toxic environmental estrogens, herbicides, pesticides, plastics, and heavy metals.
Wonderful. Yeah, you see how these are extracts, and they're found in this wonderful product, Androsense T Correct. Let's go to Brandon, Florida. Mike, welcome to the show. You had a question.
Well, I'm 60 years old, and I was just curious if the product would, be helpful for somebody my age.
Absolutely. That product was made especially for you, especially people named Michael living in Brandon. Go ahead, Dr. Murray.
I'm going to run out and buy it today.
It really is a super product. Like you, Dr. Garko, I've been taking it I've been taking the Estrosense version, which is identical, for well over a dozen years. And I periodically will get my testosterone and estrogen levels checked. And it really has made an impact on my hormone levels. And, I'm 57, so I'm a perfect candidate for it. I started using it when I was 45. And before I started using it, you could see in my blood work that I was starting to follow the typical pattern. And I wasn't overweight. I didn't eat a high sugar diet. It was just the effects of aging. We're kind of set up for this situation as we age, that testosterone levels will decline and estrogen levels will raise. Well, we can offset that by using a product like the Androsense.
This is good stuff. 877-897-8255. Michael, do you have you ever had a hormone panel done? Michael?
Oh, you talking to me? Or
no, Michael and Brandon. Is he still there? Oh, he dropped. What I would say to Mike and Brandon, I don't know if you've ever had one done. I would recommend that you ask your primary care physician if he won't or she won't do it, to refer it out and get somebody to do it. You should get your hormone panel done, a complete hormone panel. Estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, insulin, cortisol. Just go down the line and take a look and see how and what the relationship is among these different hormones. And given your age, the odds are probably pretty good that there's some room for improvement there. And you will learn a lot from that. And you will notice that when you start to bring these hormones back into balance in relationship to one another, you start to look better, feel better, and just have better health. This is a great product, Androsense T Correct. Come back, I'll have the LTN Health question of the day. Right answer, $25 gift card.
We're all busy, so busy that only 20% of us eat the recommended 5 fruits and vegetables a day. Only 10% of us really eat properly and exercise. No wonder that 1 in 3 American adults exhibit signs of cardiovascular disease. We know that we should eat right and exercise, but we just don't. This is where concentrated nutrition can help. Colas Optimizer from Jarrow Formulas is that concentrated nutrition designed to deliver important cardiovascular support. The sources are natural, and the combination of ingredients is based on clinical science. Jarrow Formula's Colas Optimizer combines clinically tested levels of sesame seed lignans, tocotrienols, and artichoke extract optimized with red yeast rice. It's designed to support cholesterol levels already in the normal range, as well as reduce the oxidation of LDL cholesterol. Ask for Colas Optimizer at your local health food store. Or for more information, go to jarrow.com. That's JARROW for the best in cardiovascular formulas.
At
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Is your fish oil wildly pure? New Chapter is proud to offer a whole food approach to fish oil, Whole Mega. Naturally pure 100% wild-caught salmon comes from the pristine waters of Alaska. Like extra virgin olive oil, the fresh-caught salmon for Whole Mega is pressed immediately after harvest. And that's all that's needed to deliver wild Alaskan salmon's whole complement of vital omega fatty acids. These omegas support your heart health. One serving of Whole Mega per day, 2 grams, has been clinically shown to help retain healthy triglyceride levels and to improve the omega-3 index, a studied marker of heart health. And did you know experts recommend consuming 2 to 3 servings of fish per week? So 1 week of Whole Mega delivers the omegas of 3 servings of wild Alaskan salmon. Discover the New Chapter difference, wildly pure Whole Mega. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local Fine Health food store.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray with a minute of important health news. One of my all-time favorite natural products is a special extract of licorice known as DGL. DGL is short for deglycyrrhizated licorice, but I tell my patients that it stands for darn good licorice. DGL is made by removing the compound in licorice that can raise blood pressure in some people. Double-blind clinical studies have shown DGL is quite useful in healing stomach and intestinal ulcers. In fact, in head-to-head studies, it has actually outperformed popular anti-ulcer drugs. But rather than inhibit the release of stomach acid, DGL stimulates the normal defense mechanisms that prevent ulcer formation and promote healing. Clinical studies have not only shown DGL to be extremely effective, but also that it is completely without side effects. Clearly, DGL is a better choice.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. If you have the right answer, you'll win a $25 supplement gift card. We do that every day around this time. So you've been listening to Dr. Murray talk about this new formulation from Natural Factors called Androsense T-Correct, and he was talking about the different ingredients in the product, which are fabulous, I should say. And when you look at them together as a constellation of ingredients, the way they work together is terrific. So he was talking about how testosterone gets converted into estrogen. And there's an enzyme that's responsible for that conversion. And when that enzyme becomes too activated due to aging, due to unhealthy diet or an unhealthy lifestyle, you end up with more estrogen than testosterone. Not good, unhealthy. What's the name of the enzyme that's responsible for that conversion? Is it A, aromatase, B, 5-alpha reductase type 1, or C, 5-alpha reductase type 2? What's the name of the enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen? Is it aromatase? Is it 5-alpha reductase type 1 or 5-alpha reductase type 2? Which one of those three? 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. Welcome back, Dr. Murray.
Thank you.
So the EstroSense, which has been around a long time, women take that, and they're keeping hormones in balance. My recommendation, first of all, what about my recommendation to Michael and Brandon to have a hormone panel done? What do you make of that?
I think that's a good idea, and it's what he does with that information. Like I said, just throwing more testosterone into the mix there isn't the right approach for many men, especially if they are a high converter to estrogen. You throw more testosterone, you're actually going to make all their estrogen dominant symptoms worse. So yes, I think it's very important. Many doctors just measure testosterone, free and bound testosterone, and don't even look at estrogen levels. And that's why you told him to get a full panel. He needs to get a full panel that includes not just the testosterone measurements, but also the estrogen measurements.
Now, this product, the female version, the EstroSense, are relatively the same ingredients. Just the bottle and the labeling are different because men were a little uncomfortable buying a feminine-looking product, so you put it in a more,
They're exactly the same, Michael.
They're exactly the same. So, and with respect to women, the same principles apply to women that you were talking about within a male context.
Yeah, we have different concerns with the women. The big concern in the women is how much of that circulating estrogen is in a bad form, the estradiol form that is linked to all the problems with excess estrogen. So the aspect of the EstroSense that's really important for women focuses more on the elimination of excess estrogen and the detoxification of environmental estrogens.
Mm-hmm.
This is really important for women who maybe have a high risk for breast cancer. A lot of times when women start going through menopause, they go through a process called the perimenopause, and this is associated with wild swings in hormones. This formula, the EstroSense, is really useful during that perimenopausal time. So usually women in their 40s can really see some benefits. I also like the EstroSense in any female condition that's associated with excess estrogen, fibrocystic breast disease, PMS, uterine fibroids. These are just some examples that are characterized by too much estrogen, and the EstroSense can be helpful in restoring proper balance.
The LTN health question of the day is, which enzyme is responsible for the conversion of testosterone into estrogen? Is it aromatase, or is it 5-alpha reductase type 1 or 5-alpha reductase type 2? I'll give you a hint. Beginning of the alphabet. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. I'm a big fan. I keep reminding myself and listeners about what Bertrand Russell said. I'd rather be mad with the truth than sane with lies. And I think, that having your a blood test, a hormone panel done, and other lipid panels, sometimes those are hard realities and hard truths to look at. But you need a baseline. I mean, this is about chemistry after all, in some form or fashion. And we got to get these things back in line, and you got to know where you stand, and that gives you that picture. Then you can start to operate and work, and then, as you say, take that information and do something about it. But I'm a big fan of blood tests. I have mine done at least 3 times a year. At least 3 times a year.
Let me say something along those lines. A lot of times, men who are diagnosed with prostate cancer are told, "Hey, we're just going to watch it." And this is a process called watchful waiting. Mm-hmm. I don't like that term. I like the term aggressive focus. If you have prostate cancer, you don't want to just twiddle your thumbs and say, "Oh my gosh, I'm just going to wait till this thing gets really bad and then I'm going to do something about it." No, you want to be aggressively focused on your diet, on your lifestyle, and your attitude to make sure that never spreads. And whatever our health challenge is, it doesn't require us to just sit back idly and watch it develop. It means we have to become aggressively focused. So that's my.
I love that. That's great, Dr. Murray. Right. I like it. Excellent. So we have a caller here. We'll see if they have the answer for today's health question. I rarely stump it. Let's go to Joel in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. Joel, is it aromatase? Which one is it?
Aromatase.
Thank you. Congratulations, Joel. You won a $25 supplement gift card, Joel.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for listening. And give my best to all the good people in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. Thank you for calling the show, and thank you for listening. Dr. Murray, thank you for coming along today. I know it's early out in your neck of the woods. We appreciate you getting up that early to do the show.
I had to get up for the puppy. Hey, I'm going to see you in a couple of weeks in Baltimore, and I'm really excited. I want to share with some things with you that I've been doing with my own personal health program.
All right, we'll look forward to it. Love you, Murray. See ya.